Scene 1. The moment everything changes. Every man reaches a moment where he realizes he's been living on autopilot. Days slipping away, decisions postponed, and a quiet sense that life is passing faster than he ever expected. John had reached that moment, and like many men, he didn't know where to begin. That's where I stepped in. Scene 2. The big idea. This first chapter of John's journey is about one thing: waking up to the reality of your own life, not tomorrow, not next year, today. The lesson is simple but powerful. Your mind shapes everything, and if you don't take responsibility for it, life drifts. Scene 3. A life on autopilot. John had spent years reacting instead of choosing. He went to work, came home, scrolled on his phone, repeated the cycle. He felt tired, disconnected, and unsure why the days felt empty. He wasn't lazy, he was unconscious. Scene 4. The wake-up call. One morning, John realized that he couldn't remember the last time he felt truly present. That bothered him, because deep down he knew time doesn't slow down simply because we feel lost. Awareness was the first step, and he had finally taken it. Scene 5. Taking responsibility for the mind. John and I talked about a truth many men avoid. Your mind is your responsibility, not the world's, not your circumstances. If you don't guide your thoughts, they will guide you, usually toward stress, distraction, and regret. Scene 6. Learning to be present. He began with something simple: paying attention to the morning light, to the sound of his breath, to the way his mind wandered without permission. By noticing, he started regaining control. Scene 7. Facing the uncomfortable truth. John admitted something important. Most of his stress wasn't from life, but from the stories he told himself about life. Worry, assumptions, old memories repeating like a broken record. Meditations taught him to question those stories, not obey them. Scene 8. The power of pausing. Instead of rushing, John practiced pausing. Before reacting, before judging, before speaking. This pause became a space where he could choose who he wanted to be, not just who he had been. Scene 9. Reclaiming the day. He realized how many days he had surrendered to frustration or distraction, so he made a promise. Today will not slip away from me. That promise became his anchor, simple, strong, and fully within his control. Scene 10. Choosing your inner state. John learned that he could not control everything that happened, but he could control his inner state. This shift alone changed his energy. He became calmer, clearer, and steadier, not because life got easier, but because he took ownership of how he met it. Scene 11. A man's first victory. The first victory in any man's transformation is internal. Not a new job, not a big breakthrough, but a quiet mastery of the mind. John began to experience that victory one grounded breath at a time. Scene 12. The daily reminder. Every morning John repeated the lesson: "This day is mine. This mind is mine." It wasn't dramatic, but it was consistent, and consistency builds men. Scene 13. How to apply this today. The first step is simple. Catch yourself drifting. Don't judge it, just notice it. Awareness alone brings you back to the present. Scene 14. How to apply this today. Next, take responsibility for your inner world, your moods, your attitude, your response. This is where strength begins. Scene 15. How to apply this today. Finally, declare your intention for the day. Not a to-do list, a mindset. Stand up and choose how you will meet the world. Scene 16. The closing message. John's story starts the same way every man's transformation does, with awareness. Take ownership of your mind and the rest of your life becomes clearer, stronger, and more meaningful. Scene 17. Call to action. If John's first step inspired you, stay with this journey. There's more ahead, much more. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Scene 18. Final scene. This is the day you wake up. Not someday, today. Welcome to your journey.